What's up, guys? Jake, you're getting back in some Fatal 12. We're hanging out with Naomi, and we're gonna hear her out for just a moment, though. Sure. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. It sounds like fun. I've been having an awful nightmare a lot lately. See, I thought she would be in this murder game. A nightmare. Yeah, it always starts out normal with the two of us getting on the train and chatting away. Oh, she's not part of the game. That's shitty. She just dies. But then a fire breaks out all of a sudden. The flames spread throughout the entire train, and the heat alone makes it painful to breathe. Just don't breathe, that is easy fix. But then you dive in front of me and shield me from the flames, only to be engulfed by them in my place. So she survives the bomb blast because of me. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. She pauses a number of times while she talks. Her voice gradually gets more agitated. After that, I can only watch as they kill you. I mean, you could move, you could help. I don't know. I feel like you have options. Do you remember when you started having this dream? She shakes her head, which is turned to the floor again, and she answers. I don't remember exactly, but it might have been ever since I first came here with you. You know, why didn't you tell me sooner? Sorry, I don't mean to sound angry, but I'm fucking pissed. That's not all. I love spending time with you and brewing coffee together. Doing so helps me understand it's not just a dream, that it is just a dream. I don't know, fuck it. It's just that I hate seeing you die all the time. It's so shitty. Her voice falters on her final word. I can see tears welling up in her eyes. I keep having the same dream over and over. That's, I mean, have you tried, not? Just, don't do that. That's not a dream. There's no doubt what she's seeing is the cause of my death. A number of questions pop in my head, but most of all, I'm flat out shocked. I never would have guessed she'd been having a dream like that based on her attitude, especially when my own memory of the event is fuzzy at best. Don't worry, it's fine. I didn't die in a train bomb. There's still so much I want to do together with you, Rinka. Okay, that's a little forward. I want to bake cookies. I want to go to the theme park again. So, you're not gonna die, right? I mean, I'll try. I can't really make any promises. I'm kind of in, a death game situation right now. I can't force myself to nod response. After all, I'd already be dead if I weren't for divine selection. What she's dreaming about actually took place. It's just been undone for the time being. Makes me wonder, when Parker said our deaths have been undone, did she mean the world's memories of the events themselves have been rewritten? I mean, almost certainly, otherwise people would be like, hey, you remember when you died in a bomb explosion? Yeah, that was weird, right? You seem fine, though. I can't wrap my mind around how such a thing could even be possible. However, the fact of the matter is Naomi's memory of my death is so deeply ingrained in her being, she's reliving it over and over in her dreams. Please answer me. I mean, dude, I don't fucking know what to tell you. Sorry. Oh, no. I didn't want you to apologize, but, well, I do want an answer to my question. So long as you do that, I'm sure I'll be fine, even if I have the same dream again. Sorry, but I'm probably gonna die. I mean, I'm in a murder game and I'm 12, so fuck it. I desperately hold myself back from saying something I'll regret. I'm far worse at lying than I thought, judging by how I keep apologizing and evade the question. Maybe we should bring her in, since we're a stupid person and she's super smart, you know? We could do a squad. We could have a 3-man squad, me, Maharu, and Naomi, and we'll just kick ass, and Mal can also be there to be the bitchy one. Her head is cast downward, but her eyes are glancing up at me. The tears in her eyes are a lot more obvious than before. She probably thought this would be an easy question. And it's my fault that she's crying. Yeah, if only you hadn't died in a bomb explosion. If there's anything on your mind, please talk to me about it. The last thing I want is for you to just disappear someday. Well, that's oddly prescient. She says this with resolute voice, despite her eyes being filled with tears. It makes my heart ache all the more, though. She's likely to be haunted by that dream for a long time, assuming I'm keep the truth from her, also the fact that someone died in front of her. And yet telling her won't change the fact that I'm a participant. What's worse, I might get caught up in something dangerous if she decides she wants to help me out. I mean, but if my death is undone, right? Wouldn't her death be undone? If she died as a result of helping me, but then I was dead in the past. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything from here on out shouldn't matter if I lose because it'll just be undone. And then I guess if she helps me, dies, and I win, she's fucked. But that's worth it, right? We have better hair than her. I can't say for sure how dangerous this whole situation is. Oh, it's very dangerous. But at the very least, I want to make sure she never comes in contact with those people from the dream world. Most of all, I have to reveal the fact that Maharu's also a participant, and that only one of us will make it through the whole thing alive. Okay, yeah, that's kind of shitty. Keeping her in the dark would mean I don't burden her with my situation. Actually, there's something I need to tell you, too. Huh? This might worry you even more. In fact, you might not even believe me. That said, will you listen to what I have to say? Of course, she answers without hesitation. Just about to start my explanation, the chime on the door rings. Sorry, can we stop here until tomorrow? Really? We're gonna cancel it on her just like that? We're gonna cliffhanger like this? Do you mind if I wait until you close for the night? Dude, I'd hate to keep you here that long. Besides, I think it's better if we take a breather. Don't worry, I promise I'll tell you after school tomorrow, assuming I'm not dead in a bomb. Or whatever. Okay! She nods enthusiastically and helps put the tableware away. She leaves as I get back to work. Meanwhile, I try to focus on my work as much as possible to distract myself from my own uneasiness. I feel like we should be working on this whole death game thing. I feel like we're really falling behind here. Oh, Maharu. Good morning. What's up, dude? Maharu's already here when I get to school. She gives me her usual smile before she continues. Oh! And we black out. And then we're at the gate. Rika! Naomi comes running over to me from the gate. Oh, fuck me. She almost trips in her haste, but she manages to catch herself. Seems like she's just as clumsy as ever when she lets her guard down. She's been waiting for me at the school gate, just like she said she would yesterday. There's little point in her coming all the way to my classroom anyway, considering it's a big detour for her. It's in the same building, right? We go to the same school? No? Did I make that up? Sorry for the wait. You mind if we go somewhere else to talk? There's a nice place near Lion House. Really? So you met up at the school to go back to your house? What the fuck? We're not going to Lion House then? Nah, the weather's nice today, so we might as well be outside where other people can hear us talk. Okay! Following that, we both make our way to the station. If you're gonna talk about your cause of death, you probably shouldn't do it out loud. Wow, it is delightful right now. One transfer from Shinjuku to the metro, and 2 stops later, you'll find this park. There's an entrance fee, but it's fairly inexpensive. It's one of the biggest parks in Tokyo and was apparently an old samurai's garden back in the day. Not sure why, but it was reconstructed to resemble a mix between Japanese, English, and French parks. I don't know what that means, but it's a nice looking park, I guess. There are normally tourists all over the place, but it's a lot less busy on weekdays. That makes it ideal for a change of pace. I came here a lot when I was a kid. There's one place in particular I really enjoyed visiting. The park. Is this where you wanted to come? A fucking bench? Are you joking? It's nice, isn't it? It's a good bench. There's a small bench in the middle of a garden. No, there's not. We sit down there taking in the surroundings and the clock tower-esque building in the distance. Few buildings in the Shinjuku stand out as much as that one. Part of me wants to say it's a building for a telephone company. The sound of the greenery whispering in the wind is nice and relaxing and also a little scary. Huh. An odd sensation washes over me out of nowhere. It makes me wonder whether or not I've actually been here before. Didn't you just say you like this place? Do you not... were you lying a second ago? But I'm sure of it. I know I've been here plenty of times as a kid. Rinka? Oh, sorry, I'm fine. I take a deep breath and get ready to tell her about Divine Selection. So, where do I even begin? I guess it doesn't matter when it'll sound like I'm making it all up anyway. Did we bring Maharu? No? We just had a scene with her for no reason? Why was Maharu even there? Whatever. Rinka? You should probably see a doctor. You're crazy town. She utters my name in a painful manner once I finish telling her everything. She started to get teary-eyed midway, but I kept going. I thought she would want me to stop without painting the whole picture. She nodded attentively from the beginning to end, as if to reassure me that the decision to tell her was the right one. You know, I knew something was weird all along. You were speaking fluent English despite not knowing the language at all when we first talked about that book. Everything started ever since then. But you are alive, Rinka. I can tell you that much as a fact. Thanks, dude. I was really wondering. Saying that, she takes my hand in hers. The surface of her hand is cold, but I can feel her warmth underneath. There's no doubt the same goes for me. The warmth serves as proof that I'm alive. Or at least warm. Yeah, I know, but like... it seems like that shouldn't be right, yeah? I'm sorry for saying what I did without understanding the situation you're in. I mean, it's fine. If you didn't say it right, I wouldn't have told you, so like, it's whatever. Not like I would expect you to, considering I never mentioned it. She doesn't doubt what I have to say for a second. Chances are my cause of death lines up with her dream so much that she has no choice but to believe it. Except she told me about her dream, so I could have made that all up. It gives her an answer as to why she's having that dream too, although it does nothing to resolve the situation at hand. Not only are you in this situation, but Maharu as well. Shouldn't we have brought her? It feels like she should have been here for this. I wasn't sure whether or not I should tell her about Maharu, but I decided to do so in the end. On the one hand, there's no point in trying to keep certain things to myself. On the other, I simply gave in to my desire to lighten my own burden. What's more, she said she's prepared. She's referring to Maharu's statement regarding her own participation, that she's willing to give her life for mine. I wouldn't be able to say the same if I were in her shoes. Wow, fuck you too, Naomi. I wouldn't die for you either, damn. Same here, dude. I don't want Maharu to die, but I'm not gonna die for her. I mean, fuck her, right? 2 weeks have passed now. I'm still not sure what I should do. The answer apparently being, make coffee and do nothing. I don't don't think you can be blamed for that. You can be blamed a little bit for that. You've done literally nothing, and your life is on the line. Another breeze blows through, catching out her hair. It's a surprisingly cool breeze for this time of year. I can see the sunset off in the distance. The mixture of blue and orange on the horizon somehow resembles a wavering heart to me. Okay, I don't know if you know what a heart looks like. There's not a lot of blue in there. Maharu is very strong-hearted, isn't she? Is that a nice way of saying she's dumb? Yeah, sure. She's the complete opposite of me. She knows exactly what she wants to do, whereas I'm sitting here unable to make any sort of decision. She might have already gotten started on gathering info based on the cards she's received. In fact, I'm certain she has. The determination in her eyes makes it apparent. Her attitude at school isn't any different from usual, but that's just further proof of her resolve. There's no doubt she's doing as much research as she can elsewhere. And she's doing it all for my sake. I'd say all the time she's been spending at work lately was just a front for said research, but that'd be overthinking things. That's something she's been doing for a while now. Thanks for hearing me out, Naomi. I feel a bit better having talked to someone about this. We talked to Maharu about it, remember? Does she not count? I still don't know how I should approach this whole situation, but for now I'll just focus on going about life as usual for a bit longer. Terrible plan. You know you have important things you should probably be doing, right? Saying that, I get up off the bench. Or I try to. Naomi stops me by grabbing my sleeve. Can you wait like 5 more minutes? I've come to a personal conclusion myself. A personal conclusion, huh? She nods firmly in response. Oh, look, this is nice. I want to help you, Rinka. Thanks, dude. I mean, I kind of assumed that would be the case, but things can't continue like this. It may be somewhat selfish of me to say when I'm not in your shoes, but you need to face reality. You can't keep running from it. Thank you. A voice of reason. You can't just pretend like you're not gonna die, dude. Running from it? It's not that I'm struggling to make a choice. I'm simply avoiding it altogether. That's the same thing. Naomi makes sure to be as frank as possible with her words, and they turn my entire world upside down. The reality that I've been running from, my responsibility to choose whether I'll live or die, finally sinks in. Before I know it, the sky's been dyed entirely in orange. At the very least, I can help you gather information. I'll even be able to meet those other participants face to face since they don't know who I am. Most importantly, though, I can help share the burden you've been pressured with, unlike Maharu, who I guess we still don't count. Naomi? Her words are filled to bursting with resolve. There's nothing we can do to change the fact that it could come down to either you and Maharu making it through. But if you continue like this, things may end even before that. Hey, Naomi, there's something I just realized myself. She turns to face me, waiting for my follow-up comment. Having the truth put in front of me like that makes me realize what I'm most afraid of. You know, I'm terrified what I might have to do to make it through this. Not only Maharu, but I also have to eliminate others to ensure my own survival. Is my life even worth casting aside the lives of others for? I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I don't even know my own regret. I've seen the expression of those who are moments away from being elected. I wouldn't describe them as sad, angry, or even accepting. They simply looked powerless in the face of what was about to happen. Those were the face of people who died without being able to fulfill what they wanted out of life. Meanwhile, I'm not sure if I have that much invested into anything to begin with. That's why part of me feels like my life isn't worth being saved in exchange for theirs. Is it not enough that people like myself and Maharu want you to live? Nah, dude, I care very little about you two. I can't say for sure whether or not eliminating others for your own sake is the right thing to do, but what I can say, though, is I don't want you to die. The idea of committing that sin scares you, then, at the very least, share half of that responsibility with me. I'll fucking stab a bitch. Naomi, why would you go this far? Is that Naomi's line? Why does Naomi refer to herself in third person? I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's supposed to be Rinka. Why would you go this far for my sake? Before everything was undone, you chose to prioritize my life over your own. That's the kind of person you are. But that's irrelevant now. I'm willing to go this far because it's for you, Rinka. That's all there is to it, man. Everyone has a fucking hard-on for this girl. God damn. Huh? That's weird. Why do I want to cry now? She turns her gaze toward the sky, desperately trying to fight back the tears that are ready to fall at any moment. It's a weird time to have a thought like this, but I can't help but consider just how big the sky is. Yeah, good call, dude. Naomi is nothing but praise for the coffee I make. Cool. She's made me realize that I am avoiding reality. The reality that my coffee is just alright. That and a number of other important things. Promise me you won't do anything dangerous. She is. She's joining a death game. Huh? The tears have started to stream down her face by the time I say that. I can't die from anything other than elimination during divine selection, so I'm basically a god right now. But the same doesn't apply to you. Promise me you won't do anything that'll put you at risk. Unable to get the words out, she bites her lower lip and nods her head. That being said, allow me to formally ask you, Naomi, will you please go to prom with me? I mean, help me get through divine selection? There's no need to be so formal. I extend my right hand to her, which she takes. Her nervousness melts away with the beaming smile she gives me afterwards. Her tear-stained cheek serves a nice contrast to that. You really are a crybaby, aren't you? I don't need a crybaby on my team. You're out, kid. And you could do with learning when it's okay to cry. It's never okay to cry. Real ladies don't cry. Write that down. No need to tease me. Her tears don't stop flowing even though she's all smiles. Just then, the announcement comes that it's almost time for the park to close for the day. I take the opportunity to tell Naomi I'll see her tomorrow and make my way home. Woo! Look home. When I get back, I open up Lion House for a bit. At night, I guess. After messaging Naomi during break time, I decided to keep the store closed tomorrow since we can focus on gathering intel and organizing our thoughts. I figure hitting up the library will be a good idea since we'll have access to newspapers and the like. That's a terrible idea. But considering I still don't know where to start, I decide it's best for us to meet up there first. Do we not have Google? Is internet not thing? We don't need to worry about keeping quiet there, at least. I also make sure to ask Naomi not to tell anyone else about this. I think she's smart enough to get that, right? Part of me considers telling Mao at first since we're close friends, but considering she's a useless bitch, I decide it's best not to. It'd be far too much of a burden for her to bear, and the last thing I want is to ruin the relationship the three of us have right now. Whew! Thinking back on everything that's happened so far, I get ready to close shop for the day. Barely any customers have come around, so I only have to clean up a few things. I clean up those things. Carry in some signboards, some plates from outside, and put them in the trash. The door looks a bit dirty too, so I make sure to wipe it down. While I'm wiping it, I hear footsteps heading my way. That bodes well. I don't pay them much mind, considering it's not rare for people to pass by at this time of night, but they stop right in front of the store. Sorry, but we're closed, dude. Think it's a customer. I turn around to inform them we're closed. But I stop mid-sentence when I see a woman to whom the footsteps belong. Uh-oh! The moment I stand up straight, she grabs me by the shoulders, pushes me against the door, and then into the store. So you're Shishirika! Okay. Well, before we deal with this sobbing woman, I'm going to draw this episode to a close. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to tune next week, where this girl is going to cry. I'll see you guys then.